now let's move on to Heat 8. Diego Mignot, Charles Martin, Keoni, and Billy Kemper. Got surfers from 3 corners of the globe.
I mean, that and then the carve afterwards added
Simple.
enough. Simple, pretty much. I mean, at the end of a heat, always nice. Charly Martin, you know, and this kid has been putting in a lot of hard yards on that qualifying series. Last year was sitting in contention, sitting in Sunset Beach, trying to get that spot. Again, this year has an opportunity. If he can get through a bunch of heats at this Vans World Cup, he could find himself on that championship tour. And then you've got Diego Mignot, who is part of the Mignot family. That there's 3 brothers that have all put in a lot of time. Diego found an inside connection here. He's had some success here in Hawaii. And then Billy Kemper, very wily competitor. I mean, he wants it. He puts in the hard yards, training.
Wow. What a hell of an opener, Pete.
It is a hell of an opener for all of them. You know, they all got good waves. Billy Kemper's going to get a great score. Also have Keoni, who has won here at Sunset Beach, actually won a junior, I believe. And that was a big win for him. You know, he's originally from Tahiti, now resides here in Oahu. Just to kind of help his surfing, I think. It gives him a little bit more variety to come here and a lot more training opportunities.
Quick up and down for Charles Martin. He became a true dark horse standout. You know, I hadn't seen much of him before that event. He's been on the QS for a while, but man, he shined over there. We'll see if
well, he waves the French flag, right? But lives in Mexico in Sayulita, ready to go. But then in that hour and a half that you're actually doing the work, pushing you to get stronger. It's easy to kind of work through it and not, you know, not train super hard. But if you have somebody that's like, you know what, and motivating you, saying the right things to get you fired up, to get you like, what, you want another Piahi challenge? You know, like, it'll get you to put that extra 30 seconds in when you're just burning and feel like you can't do anything.
But just as we were saying, that Billy Kemper has total awareness of the lineup, shows you how, you know, unsure that this swell has made this takeoff zone, as he got caught behind on that last wave, thinking you're in the right place.
Well, there's some bigger sets that come out of that east angle too, and this seems like one of those waves.
Keoni up into the whitewater. This could be a good reform for Keoni. I like that timing right there. Kind of made a simple turn into something a little bit more critical by utilizing that falling lip. And now Diego Mignot, powerful goofy footer, trying to get around this section. He does. Bam. Blast the tail out. Overexerted himself on that backside turn. Billy Kemper starting off with having a little bit of trouble on his forehand. This wave bouncing all over the place, foamy, but he gets back up in the lip now. That was a tricky one to ride.
And then he can put himself in a good position to find another solid set wave. But now he's going to keep himself in that, you know, number 1, number 2 spot. You know, this one, 3rd wave of the set, a lot of foam on the face, but he executes some maneuvers, and there you see, he does, rather than chase down the reform, he kicks out, get himself outside of his other competitors, and hopefully get himself, you know, number 2nd, the priority.
Live action, Charles Martin with priority. Nice open face carve. Waiting for the reform here. Ooh. This is a spicy little hack on a...
Finally, he's got all of his limbs working 100%. And his surfing looks like it. You know, nice work there. Digging that rail all the way down into the stringer.
That was the bonus section right there. He's a perennial threat.
As well as great stories and this live feed.
Thank you, Kaipo. Speaking of live, right back into it. Charles Martin has come alive. He's been relatively quiet over the past couple minutes, but I'll tell you what, his surfing shouting out loud right there. 3 big, powerful arcs.
Let's take a look at it. You know, not a huge set wave, but it had a good line on it. He's able to pull that move out, and then that one electrified. And then another one. That one held the rail all the way through the carve. He knows it. Nice confident kick out. And then Diego on the backhand. That wave kind of flattened out for that first maneuver. You can see he kind of sits back and hopes that it's going to build up for him on the inside, which it does. You know, not nearly the style of wave we saw from Charly Martin, where the wave was pushing back at him. And then also Billy lays into that first carve. Again, tweaking and torquing his body around that maneuver. Drifts the fins for the final move, pulls it off. I think he's going to improve on that 3.2.
Warrior. That was a stellar last wave, and this is while we're away, Keoni Yan.
So Keoni going to have to be battling out of that 4th position. Solid surfer. Again, out of French Polynesia in the island of Tahiti, but now residing here in Oahu. So he's got a lot of time in this lineup. Still a youngster. Remember my first time seeing him, he was in the channel at Chopo, just getting a look as, you know, just probably 10 years old, 11 years old. But he had that start, and he loves it.
That was a long wave. So a great score for Keoni. And now we got a heat again with 2 minutes to go. Billy Kemper now. Blast the tail out, straight into a carve, back into the whitewater. Looking for the reform. It's not going to come, so he pulls out.
Well, look how close it is between second, third, 11.17 to 11.03. Let's watch this. You know, he would be a little disappointed because this maneuver was solid. And, you know, if he'd been able to back it up with a second maneuver, we probably would have seen him improve on that 5.7, but it's just the one move, so I feel like it's going to fall short of that.
Other 3 guys in the heat will definitely get up in your grill and make you have to work for it, make you have to choose. And here we go, Diego Mignot surfing for it, 5.35. Unable to get an opening snap off, gets one whitewater turn. And he's going to be looking for something spectacular on this inside section. And it does not come to him. Don't think he's going to get the score. So it's going to be, unofficially, Billy Kemper and Charles Martin in that 1 and 2 advancing spots.